A very, very, very good morning, everyone. So, how is everyone here doing? Let me know in the chat box. How are you doing on day 4? A very, very, very good morning, everyone. So, how are you doing on day 4? Today is Swargadwar Ekadashi. Today happens to be Swargadwar Ekadashi. And it's a beautiful day today because every day is beautiful. Today we have a temple nearby our house, which is a Dhanvantari temple. It's a very old one, very, very old Dhanvantari temple. And there is a festival going on there, which is the Ekadashi today. And it's been celebrated in pomp and show here. And it also now today happens to be the day where we discuss premonitory symptoms in diabetes. Okay. So let's move. So today we have 3 points to learn. As every day, 2 things to forget and 1 action step to learn. Okay. Ready? Everybody in the chat box if you're ready? All of you ready? Okay. Thank you very much. So let's go. 3 points to learn. Now, before I go into the premonitory symptoms, what are premonitory symptoms? What are premonitory symptoms? You would like to try? What are premonitory symptoms? What are they? What are premonitory symptoms? What do you mean by premonitory symptoms? Okay, type it on the chat box. What do you mean by premonitory symptoms? What are they? Premonitions. What are premonitions? So in Ayurveda, roga or disease is understood by the Nidana Panchaka. A disease is understood by something which is called the Nidana Panchaka. Nidana, the reasons is something that we learned yesterday, correct? Correct? We learned the reasons yesterday. So, Nidana, we understand by 5 things. Nidana, Pragrupa, which is the Purvarupa or the preclinical symptoms. They are the preclinical symptoms, which means even before things start to appear in the blood tests that you do, your body will tell you that something is wrong. How many of you experienced that? There are times when even before things hit in the blood tests, your body would have already told you, hey, kuch to chal raha hai, boss. Something is not right here. Dal mein kuch kala hai, right? That will be there. So that is preclinical. That is even before it shows up on the test, you'll be able to get this most likely, even before. Sometimes it is like even when it shows up on the test, it will be still there. That is when it shows up on the test, this will definitely be there. One of these will be definitely there. So Nidana, the reasons why it happens, Pragruba or the premonitory symptoms or the preclinical symptoms, Lakshana, That is the definite symptoms of the disease. Ubashaya, that is what improves the condition and what makes it worse. Samprapti, or how the disease happens. If we understand this about all diseases, then it's very easy to treat it. So here in diabetes, why are the premonitory symptoms so very important? Is because depending on the intensity, frequency, the duration of the premonitory symptoms and some of the clinical findings, we'll be able to decide whether it is curable or not, or is it just manageable, or is it actually something that we can expect a cure or a reversal, in the sense coming back to optimal functioning? Is optimal functioning possible with or without medicine? Is something that we'll be able to decide based on the findings that we get in the premonitory symptoms. All of you got it? Why premonitory symptoms are important for us, especially in the case of diabetes? Yes, in the chat box if you understood that. This is a reason why I'm explaining this. All of you clear on that? Why it is important? Okay. So what are the preclinical symptoms? It goes like this. In Sanskrit, it's beautifully, it's, how many of you like to listen to the premonitory symptoms in Sanskrit? It's like, it goes with the flow. I love the flow in that. Me in the chat box if you like to listen to it in Sanskrit. Yeah. I'll read it from the book so that I don't miss the thing. I'm not able to find it. Yeah. It goes like this. Svedangagandha Shidilattumange, Shayasana Swapna Sukhabhishanga, Hrinnetra Jihva Shravanobadeho, Khanangada, Keshanagkhadi Vriddhi. Shedapriyatvam Galatalu Shosho, Madhuryamase Karapadadaha, Bhavishyade Meha Ganasya Rupa, Mutre Abhi Dhavanti Pipiligascha. This is the verse in Sanskrit. Now, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to make it palatable for you. Okay? By taking what are the 9 most important premonitory symptoms to look for. Okay? And we're going to assess it based on, we're going to assess the prognosis or the I won't say curability, the manageability based on, is it manageable by medicine or is it manageable by pathya or by food, exercise, is something that we're going to figure out today. Okay. So there are 3 categories of symptoms to look for: metabolic and digestive symptoms, excretory and mucus related symptoms. Mucus, not exactly mucus, it is kleda. It is the slimy substances that happen in your body, right? So, and the third is neurological and sensory symptoms. Let's go with the first one, which is metabolic and digestive symptoms. So I've written in Sanskrit today so that you get used to these words as well. Okay. Ati pipasa, which means excessive thirst. Ati pipasa, which is excessive thirst. Atikshudha, which means excessive hunger. So keep typing I in the chat box if you have experienced these, okay? If you have experienced these, type I in the chat box. Ati pipasa, which is excessive thirst. Atikshudha, which is excessive hunger. Medho vriddhi, not medho vriddhi. Medho vriddhi is good, which is intellect is improving. We are talking about medho vriddhi, which is fat. Medha and Meda. Meda is fat. So Medo Vruddhi, which is increase in fat tissue. The fat tissue increases. Okay. These three. The fat tissue increases more than the other. And we know why it happens, right? The body is not able to efficiently remove toxins because of uh, the renal involvement, and because of which the body has to store the toxins somewhere. And the best way to store toxins is in the form of fat, and the fat gets more and more and more and more in the body. Over time, when this fat accumulation increases, uh, since the brain is also fat, there's an interaction here, and the brain also gets slow. There is memory loss, there is irritability. uh, all of these things happen. So this is metabolic and digestive symptoms. Next, excretory and mucus related symptoms. Okay, so here you go. Ati mutrata. Ati mutrata. Excessive urination. I in the chat box if you have experiences. Excessive urination. Prabhuda avila mutrata. That is how it happens. It's cloudy, turbid urine, and sometimes even frothy urine that comes. Turby, frothy urine. Atikleda. That is excessive moisture or stickiness in the body. So in one of the in the premonitory symptoms, there is it goes like this. Daha chikkanata means there is burning sensation and stickiness of both hands and feet. There is something that happens. Excessive moisture or stickiness in the body. Ati sweda, which means excessive sweating. Have you experienced that? Excessive sweating. And it is sweda angagandha is what is mentioned. Sweda means there is sweating. Angagandha, there is, stinky sweat. The sweat becomes stinkier, and no amount of perfumes help. Yep. So next, third is neurological and sensory symptoms. Mukha madhurya, which means sweetness in the mouth. So there's sweetness in the mouth. You'll have some nauseating feeling. There is a sweet feeling in the mouth. It's not normal, by the way. The mouth should feel normal. Mouth should not feel sweet. Mouth should feel normal. Mukha madhurya, sweetness in the mouth. Mukha shosha, dryness in the mouth. How many of you experience that? Dryness in the mouth. Your mouth goes dry. Mouth becomes dry. And hence the increased thirst as well sometimes, right? Next is shithilata, or weakness and looseness in the body. Now, very important to check this out. Shithilata. See, why this happens is because of two reasons. One is there is not enough nutrition reaching the muscles. When there's not enough nutrition reaching the muscles, the muscle will become weak. Type A in the chat box if you agree. When there's not enough nutrition reaching the muscle will become weak. Why is the nutrition not reaching there? Because of insulin resistance. Because of the insulin resistance, it's not able to reach there. Now, also there is neurological involvement, because of which the nerves are not able to fire the muscles. When the muscles don't fire, the muscle deteriorates. This is the importance of exercise in diabetes. And I'm talking of not just simple stuff like walking. There needs to be resistance training. Type RT in the chat box. Either body resistance or weight resistance. It has to be either body resistance or weight resistance, which means you can do weight training or you can do body weight training. Both are fine. But it is to improve the neurological functioning. It is to improve or reduce the insulin resistance. When you work out, the body, the blood, the nutrition gets pushed into these tissues and insulin resistance reduces. Okay. Right. So let's go. What's the summary? Metabolic and digestive, that is Atipipasa, Adikshudha, and Medovritti. Medovritti. Since excretory and moisture related, Adimutrata, Atikleda, Atisweda. Neurological sensory, Mukha Madhurya, Mukha Shosha, which is drying up, and Shithilata, that is the muscles becoming weak. Okay. Now let's do a test for understanding the prognosis, or should we deal it, should we avoid medications, should we think of letting go of medications, is it time to let go of medications? It's something that we're going to analyze right now. All of you ready? Take out a paper and get ready to write down scores. Okay, type ready in the chat box if you're ready to write down scores, to score your symptoms. Ready? Okay. So for each question, you're going to assign score as follows. Okay, I'll just bring it up. I'll just put it up on screen. Okay, I'll put it up on the screen so that you can take a look at this and score it. I'm just bringing it on screen. Okay, just give me one. Okay, take a look at the screen. For each question, assign score as follows: 0 not present, 1 mild or occasional, 2 moderate or frequent, 3 severe or persistent. Okay. The first question, you don't have to write down the question, you just have to write the scores. Okay. If you have doubts at any point, just check the chat box. I'm putting the scoring mechanism there. Okay. The scoring pattern, I've put it in the chat box. Okay. So here you go. The first question. So there are three sections in the test. One is intensity of the symptoms, second is duration of the symptoms, and third is signs of complications. Okay, so let's go. First, intensity. First symptom. So you scoring 0, 0, 1, 2, 3. Excessive thirst. What would you score? Just write it in. Just write down the scores on that paper, and at the end, you're just going to total it. Okay. Excessive thirst, 0, 1, 2, 3. Excessive hunger, 0, 1, 2, 3. Increased urination, 0, 1, 2, 3. Excessive sweating, 0, 1, 2, 3. Stickiness in the body, 0, 1, 2, 3. Sweetness in the mouth, 0, 1, 2, 3. Dryness in the mouth, 0, 1, 2, 3. Muscle weakness, 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay. So where have we reached? Dryness in the mouth, then muscle weakness, 0, 1, 2, 3. Fat accumulation, 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now, next, the duration. Persistent thirst. How long has it been there? How long has it started? That's the question. How long? Is it like uh is it not present means not present? Is it like occasional, only once in a while it happens? Is it like very frequent for you? Is it persistent? Is it always there? Like the duration, how has it been there for a long time? So whatever you feel, 0, 1, 2, 3, there is no definite years. Itne saal mein itna, no, there's no, it's your feeling, it's your understanding that you have to put in 0, 1, 2, 3. Next is hunger, increased hunger. How long has it been there? Is it something that happens only occasionally? Is it something that's very frequent? Is it something that's persistent? Has it been there for a long time for you? That's the question. Has it been there for a long time? Next, frequent urination. How long has it been there for you? Frequent urination. Has it been there for a long time? Has it been there for a moderate amount of time? Has it been there for just a few months now? Or it's not present? Chronic sweating. 0, 1, 2, 3. Chronic sweating. Has it been there recently? For a few months now. Yeah, it's been there for a little some time, maybe a year or so. Or it's been there for a long time. So this is 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Continuous stickiness in the body. 0, 1, 2, 3. Sweetness in the mouth. How long has it been there? Sweetness in the mouth. Chronic dryness in the mouth. How long has it been there? Chronic dryness in the mouth. Fatigue or muscle weakness. How long has it been there? 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now we are going into the advanced sign, the SIGN, Lakshana. Okay. We are measuring complications here. We are going to write 0, 1, 2, 3 for these. Okay. Persistent high fasting blood sugar, which is above 126 mg per dl, above 126. Persistent high fasting blood sugar, which is above 126, 120, 125. PPBS or postprandial blood sugar above 200. Is it like, if it's very high, then write severe. If it's like a little higher than that, like moderate, a small deviation, mild, it's below 0. Yeah, no problem. I hear you. Gopi, that's fine. So just see if it is just above, mildly above, moderately above, or severely above. HbA1c above 7. HbA1c above 7 is the next one. HbA1c above 7. Next, protein in urine, raised creatinine. That is nephropathy. We are looking for nephropathy. Protein in urine, high creatinine. Next, signs of neuropathy. Numbness, tingling in extremities. Is there numbness or tingling in extremities? 0, 1, 2, 3. Is it not present? Mild, moderate, severe. Chronic or non-healing wounds or ulcers. Chronic or non-healing wounds or ulcers. Chronic or non-healing wounds or ulcers. Retinopathy. Blurred vision, or you have confirmed eye damage like retinopathy. 0, 1, 2, 3. BMI, next is BMI above 30. Next is BMI above 30. It's like slightly above 30, moderately above 35. Very high, severe. It's your subjective understanding is what is required here. Okay. Muscle wasting or sarcopenia. Muscle wasting. Muscle wasting as in you're losing muscle tissue. The muscles are becoming laxed. There is not enough bulk to the muscle. That's what you look for. Is it sarcopenia is not present? That is, your muscles have got good bulk. Like mildly, there is a reduction in the bulk of the muscle. But there is a moderate loss of muscle, or is there a severe loss of muscle? You're feeling, and because of which you're feeling little weak. Next is persistent fatigue in daily activities. 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 Okay. Now, once you're done, total the score. I'm going to give you 1 minute to total the score. Take 1 minute, okay, to total. All right. Let me know in the chat box. What is your score? Total score. Okay. Good. Thank you very much. Thank you for letting me know. Okay. So here you go. This is how it is going to be. Okay. If it's 0 to 20, okay, 0 to 20, if your scores are between 0 and 20, it is um, definitely a thing that you can go off medications. 0 to 20, you can go off medications. Okay. 21 to 50. Okay. 21 to 50. You would need regular. Okay. You would need regular cleansing process like Panchakarma. And medicines are required to manage it. Medicines are required. 50 and a little bit above that also can be included under this. But if somebody is going beyond 60, then it needs both care. That is, it has to be an integrated care that is required. Okay. And diet, everything would definitely help. So anybody who's above 20 will need medicines at least for some time to manage it. No doubt. It is required. It's necessary. So now you know the prognosis. Now you know the prognosis. Correct? Now you know the prognosis. This gives you power. So prognosis is power. When you know what is the direction that needs to be taken, it is power. I in the chat box if you understood that. When you know what needs to be done, it is power that it gives you. Okay. And this is the clarity from which we'll work. Okay. How many feel a little bit more clear today? I in the chat box if you feel that way. Okay. Good. Good to see that. Good to see that. So, what I want all of you to do is take a moment and open the WhatsApp group. Take a moment and open the WhatsApp group. Type out in the WhatsApp group, what is the clarity that you received today? Type out in the WhatsApp group, what is the clarity that you received today? Take a minute. Okay, I'm going to give you a minute. What is the clarity that you received today? What became clear to you? And what does this let you do? What does it let because of this clarity, what will happen as a result? Okay. Okay. Great. Good to see that. Thank you very much. Thank you for posting. Okay. Good to see that. All right. Now, let's move on to the next part. Okay. Which is two things to forget. How many of you are going to forget this? Mild symptoms are not a concern. Bhul jao bhaiya. That is, even the mildest symptom is a sign. I in the chat box. And how many of you started to believe that a stitch in time saves nine? It's the first thing. Okay, mild symptoms are a concern. Because if symptoms have started showing, it means it has progressed. अगर symptom दिखाई दिया है तो it is progressing. Second is diabetes only starts when blood sugar is high. If the blood sugar is high, it already means that the system is high on sugar, which means the control is the insulin resistance is really, really high, because of which the insulin is not going, I mean, the blood sugar is not going inside the cell and it is floating in the blood. Diabetes only starts when, no, it's not a fact. It's actually, I wanted to forget these two things. Mild symptoms are to be taken care of, and high blood sugar is not when diabetes started, it has started much before that. When you say that I have been diabetic for the last 5 years, that means clinically I have been diabetic for the last 5 years. But you have been diabetic for much more than that. Okay, got it in the chat box if you got that. Got it in the chat box if you got that. Got it. सब लोग बोलो got it if you got it. ठीक है, good. Now, action step. Continuing with warm water, yes. What is happening as a result of having warm water? What is happening as a result of having warm water? What do you feel is happening as a result of having warm water? Digestion is good. Okay. Better digestion. What else? What else? See, by now you would have started observing that there is hunger management is happening. Okay, very good. Sonal, good to hear that. What else? Okay, so all these are happening. Very good. Now, following the digestion checklist. How many of you have started that? Type started in the chat box if you already started. Started in the chat box if you've already started it, if you're already on it. Following the 5E digestion checklist, you've already started. Good to see that. Good. Good to see that. Thank you, Sonal. Okay. Now, today onwards, you're going to take an early dinner. Today onwards, you're going to take an early dinner. So, take lukewarm water then, Vasant. Okay, take lukewarm water. Take lukewarm water. Early dinner. So max have your dinner by 7 p.m. Max. उससे पहले ले सकते हो तो बहुत अच्छा है. If you're able to take it before it, well and good. But max is 7 o'clock. Never beyond. Type I in the chat box if you're with me on this. Type I in the chat box if you're with me on this. It should be a little bit easier now. New Year and all those things are done. We are past it. Right? So after cut program, I take dinner at 6:30 p.m. Oh, very good. And Sarika, what has happened as a result? Reduce belly. Okay, good. Okay. Right. Thank you very much. Thank you for letting me know. All right. So great, everyone. So have a fantastic day ahead. I'll be right now, I'll be adding this recording to the playlist. Okay. Watch it once again during the day if you want to. If you want to redo the scoring or something. Okay. And I'll see you tomorrow. Have a fantastic day ahead. Love you all. Take care. One more thing. Tomorrow it might be a little late. Tomorrow is Saturday. Sorry, not on one of these days. It'll be a little late. I'll let you know. Most likely on Sunday it might be a little late. Uh, or it might be a video, because I also have a session in the morning for the Transcend. Okay. So the Transcend Connect is a weekly connect that we do with the Transcend members, where we set their goals for the next week. And that's happening tomorrow or day after. I've not decided. So I'll let you know in the group today. Okay. So take care. Have a fantastic day ahead. Love you all. Bye-bye. Please share on Ekadashi should do fast and what to eat. You can fast on Ekadashi, no problem. Try eating as little as possible on Ekadashi. Try eating half your stomach on Ekadashi. Let's start there.